We'll be there soon, Mr. President. I hope the ride in the new limousine is outstanding. So make yourself comfortable and enjoy the ride, Mr. President.
Good to know. I really can't complain about that.
Holy. Help me. Help me. Help me.
Welcome back, my BMG fans. As you heard and saw 4 weeks ago, update 0.37 has been released. I have been very busy the last few weeks, and now it's my turn, even though everyone has already noticed. Enjoy!
As you can see, we have a new Grand Marshal variation, and you already noticed it from the intro. The devs are doing a great job. For the first time in BMG's history, we got a limousine. First impressions are always cool. Oh, and the tinted windows, that's really great. I'm sorry for the camera movement. The new keyboard doesn't have a number pad. The rear looks typical of a Marshal as we already know it. It's just been stretched out. But the update is still welcome. No other details on this side of the car either, except for the flags on the upper side of the fender. So, we can't change the flags because there was nothing about it in the patch notes. I could be wrong, anything is possible. Then let's take a look at the rims, which of course won't be forgotten. Alright, the rims are definitely very stylish. There's really nothing to criticize. The flags are American. Oh wait, I hear something. Where does this come from? I don't see any birds. Strange, well let's move on. Here is the second flag. Remember this thing. Time to take a closer look at the interior. Maybe we'll find secret codes to the president's bunker. Nope, the door is just a normal door. Here we can open the hood and the door. That makes me really proud and sad at the same time. Anyway, the interior is okay. So nothing special. Of course, this isn't the highlight of the vehicle, but rather the lounge area on the back seat. Just a moment, patience is the key to success. Be prepared for an exciting backseat lounge tour. It'll make everyone smile, or rather, marvel. That's where the drinks are stored, as you can see from here. In the middle is a small screen with a still image of a Wendover. Next to the screen, we have a compartment with wine glasses. Very majestic. And to our left is a corded telephone, very old-fashioned, yet safe from hackers. I have to say, that looks really classy. I've never been in a limo, so I'm excited. I'm amazed the developers have done a fantastic job here. It's simply divine. The door has to be opened for this. We can also open the other door, which is very magical. Isn't that what you want to see? Doors that open and close again. The sight is breathtaking. I think the headliner with the LED strip is absolutely fantastic. It makes it even more atmospheric. I have a feeling these kinds of vehicles will be coming into the game more often. But what do I know? The moment of truth has come. We are entering the heart of this beast. Prepare yourselves. We're going to the freezer to properly admire the engine. We still have time and brain power for that. From here, I can see the 3-phase generator. The way it sticks out is incredibly cool. Let's take a closer look. I can tell right away that they're not HD textures yet. The developers will rework them sooner or later. The car simply has 3 reservoirs for cooling and 1 for brake fluid. Very good. The engine runs quite smoothly and without knocking. Soon this engine will not run at all, but that's a matter for later. You can tell it's a V engine. The design immediately catches your eye. Buy all the V8 cars if you have the money. Joking aside. So, the motor show is over, so we can leave the engine alone again. Otherwise, it'll get too cold. Here we have the Western version, as I call it. The bull horns fit the background perfectly. Sand is everywhere. I have to say, my inner cowboy is coming out again. Where's my horse? Anyway, the car looks really cool. Let's take a quick look at the base model, otherwise I'll get hate comments. The look is simple and straightforward. If you were happy now, then I made you smile. We'll also take a look at the interior, which is our next destination. Not much has changed here, except for the color of the seats. Still, I think it's fine. Keep it up, devs. Enough of the theory, now comes the practice. The wheels now need to get on the road and feel some asphalt. This is unbelievable. We almost had an accident. I'm much taller and bigger than I have the right of way. Not really, but sarcasm is necessary. I need to turn up the volume. You can't even hear anything from the game. The viewers want to get a nice audio experience from me. Get ready for the greatest sound in the world. You'll never forget it. That's how it was for me. Now it's time to put the limo to the test in Utah. Even if it's not a real test, I'll just drive around and say something on the side. Wow, I never thought I'd live to see this. I really do drive a limo. My childhood dream has come true. Well, that's not really true. Even though it has a V8 engine, it's not exactly a monster in acceleration. I think some modders will develop even more powerful engines. I've switched the speedometer to km/h, but that won't be temporary. So don't worry, you cool v.0.37 fans. Anyway, a lowrider feature would actually be sensational and nice. I'm very optimistic that it will be implemented. We drive at 85 kilometers per hour through the sandy roads and feel like a cowboy, or something like that. But things are about to get ugly and uncomfortable here. And I'm not just saying that to annoy you. I'm saying it to cause pure destruction. Let's see if the limo can hold up against Mother Nature. If not, then we can pack our bags. Well, or rather, our vehicle. That wasn't so bad. I really hadn't imagined it would be that way. Nevertheless, 2 rollovers were credited to our account. The roof is a bit dented, but that's okay. We can still drive with it. We're not wimps. Of course, that's not all we'll do to the vehicle. I want total destruction of the engine. To achieve this, we need a higher number on the speedometer. Otherwise, it won't work. The rocks up ahead have a very beautiful shape and are worth a look. That's what I've heard. That hurt a lot, and for the destruction enthusiasts among us, it was breathtaking. So now the limo is 100% non-functional. Specifically, the problem is with the engine. I chose the one with the V8. Well, they're all equipped with a V8. So, I'd say it's the luxury version. We'll also destroy this beautiful specimen, so we'll need to gain some height. Perhaps some of you know what I mean by that. We'll also destroy this beautiful specimen, so we'll need to gain some height. Perhaps some of you know what I mean by that. We're speeding things up a bit and chatting about what's to come. The developers also shared some cool props. Not much longer, folks, and you won't recognize the limo anymore. The UI for the vehicle selection segment has also been given a more modern look. You'll see in a moment, but first, this box will tumble off the cliff. It's going to be intense. Holy crap, I really didn't plan for that. The front is seriously warped by the stone. Scrapping a limo like this is very welcome here. But you're about to see something flammable. What you're about to see here surprised me during filming. So keep your eyes on the screen. Look at the destruction. The limo was split in 3 by the explosion. I find that sensational. I'm looking forward to the next updates to this game. That's really nice. It's very welcome. We'll probably get vehicles that can split into 4. I'm excited about that. At first glance, it doesn't look like that. I'll explain it to you, rightly so. The flames obscure too much. You see, the rear is separated. That really surprised me. The developers impressed me. Even the front is detachable, which is nice to see in v.0.37. Thanks for the update, devs. Only the middle part is left here. Wonderful. Now we just have a sausage without any corners. So the update was definitely worth it. It's awesome. Another enhanced feature is brake disc overheating. So, more brake discs on more cars have been added. Here it is. This is a brake disc. We are going to make this brake disc overheat. Let me put it this way. For the v.0.37 details fanatics, myself included, it's simply majestic. Enough chatter, now I want to show you. Even though many of you have already been shown it by the developers. For this, we've taken the Bastion out of the garage and will accelerate and brake it. Grab an apple and eat it. We need to get up to speed to make this work. I'm doing this just for you, sweethearts. I'm speeding up the test a bit so you can enjoy it quickly. I've even set the graphics settings to high for your convenience. I can already confess that it was a tough challenge to drive straight. Pressing the W button all the time is exhausting. As you can see, there was nothing to observe. So we have to brake hard again to warm up the discs properly. A second attempt, and then it should actually work. If not, I'll swap my soul with my cat. Get ready, things are about to get hot and furious. Detail lovers will love this. Did you see it? The pane got warm and started to glow. I'll do it again. For those who didn't notice. Oh, script change, we're moving on to the next new feature or prop. Cut. Another thing we got from the new update is this thing. A trampoline that finally lets cars bounce. This reminds me of the AI videos where a truck is on a trampoline. The devs saw it that way too. Very good idea. We won't drop the truck from too high. After that, of course, we'll overdo it and cause destruction. Let's see how that turns out. But I'm confident that physics will manage it. I honestly can't believe the developers implemented something like that. The way the truck bounced on the trampoline was amazing. The physics are top-notch again. Now it's time to see if the truck can withstand the higher altitude. For me, no car is safe in the drop test. Even if it's not a regular one. I'll randomly choose the height to keep things interesting. For me, no car is safe in the drop test. Even if it's not a regular one. I'll randomly choose the height to keep things interesting. Wow, we dropped the truck from 38,000 kilometers on the clock, and yet the exterior is still in pretty good condition. The trampoline absorbed some of the impact. The way the truck bounces every now and then is simply beautiful to watch. Hey, I have to say, the look has changed and not for the better. The damage is impressive, so I wouldn't be in there willingly. Well, let's increase the height again to cause as much damage as possible. I'm thinking around 100, which would be a pretty good number. So get ready because this is going to be intense. We want destruction until it's no longer possible. That's my goal. And we will achieve that goal. Alright folks, we've reached the desired height. You can see the altitude we're at in the top right. Now let's let gravity drop the thing and see what happens. Wow, even the trampoline broke under the weight, which I didn't expect. The developers really impressed me. The slow motion makes it even better. The truck was too much for the trampoline, which means there is a maximum weight the trampoline can support. Cool thing, now the truck needs to explode to make it even more action-packed. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. Now some general information about the trampoline. There are 6 different models. One without anchors and one with anchors. And of course, there are also models with a rigid mat. So, I've already chosen a candidate for the test, it'll be the Covet. The trampoline will definitely be able to handle it. It's only a small car after all. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a hard crash landing. Except, there's a trampoline on the floor. Oh, he got kicked out again. That wasn't planned, but whatever. It still caused some damage. I can live with that. Luckily, the Covet had a roll cage, otherwise it would have been flattened. Anyway, let's do something cool. I'm going to spawn several Covets and drop them at once. Of course, I have to complete the preparations first, and then we can drop a lot of Covets. It's going to be awesome and bombastic. The world editor is a really nice addition for quickly doubling items. And besides, the trampoline will be my favorite item, but only maybe. Not much longer, my friends, we'll be done in a minute. Then we can continue the destruction. I'm just doing this for you. Now don't look away, pay attention to the trampoline. I'll also activate slow motion to make it look even more dramatic. Wonderful, this picture fits the trampoline perfectly. You don't see something like this every day in Beam and G Drive. Screenshots are allowed. The 4 crushed covers caught fire, and the other 2 are lying to the side. The trampoline is a real blast. So, guys, watch out when we drop your cars on a big trampoline. The flames of reason are back at it, devouring the destroyed Covets. So, I'll cut to this. In the next part, I'll introduce the other props. So, patience is required, and we'll see in the next part. By the way, I'll post it as soon as possible so it doesn't create too much of a buffer. Until the next part, and stay healthy and fresh. I'm Crash Away.